everyone, and welcome to Inspiring Best Living, where we talk about wealth creation, wellness, and well-nourished soul. My name is Remi Wesley Ogude, and I'm your host. I'm very happy to be back with a new episode on wellness. And today, specifically, our topic is choose your diet smartly. The choices we make in life define us. It is the same with the choice we make with the food we eat. It is said that we are what we eat, and this is so very true. One of the things that is emphasized to us as nurses is health teaching for our patients to have balanced diets. And most hospital kitchens do fantastic job by providing meals with different food groups to clients when they are hospitalized. It's a different ballgame if the patient like this or not. But this is so very important for us. And understanding the unique role, the importance of diets as one of the major components of health was one of the reasons why I took on another certification on healthy living so I could understand the role diet plays very well. This certification exposed me to so much knowledge about diets, which has helped in my health transformation. And that's one of the reasons why I'm passionate to share my experiences with us in this channel. Hippocrates, the father of medicine, said, let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. And this is so very true because of the role that diet plays in our health. It determines what we eat now and we do not eat, determines the state of our health, both in the short run and also in the long run. That's why I encourage us to choose our diet very smartly. There are many factors that influence our diet choices. I will just limit it to three that I will share with us in this episode. The first one is our background. Our background plays a very unique role. When I'm talking about background, I'm talking about the food that we eat when we're growing up, the food that people that take care of us, our parents, our adopted parents, our family members who brought us up, the food they introduced to us while we are young. For instance, in my own case, I love the food my parents were preparing for me, the food that they gave me when I was growing up because it was very palatable. Those food are very good to me as a then, even though they were very greasy and a lot of them had high carbohydrates and with low vegetable and fruits. But then I didn't know better. Neither did my parents know better. That was the food their own parents passed on to them, and that was the food that was passed on to me too. And there was no reason for me to feel differently about this food because number one, like I said, the food were palatable. Number two, I was healthy. So they didn't pose any danger to me as at that time. As in the way I saw them, I saw the food played out in my health until much later that I could trace some of the sickness I had later in my mid 30s to probably some of the things I had eaten before. That's why I'm coming up with this episode to encourage us as well that we don't necessarily have to take every food that is passed on to us, whether through our parents, our loved ones who raised us up. We have to also be intentional and take steps to know what those food items contain. The second one is culture. We have different cultural food, especially when you live in a developed countries like Canada. It's a well diversified country with different cultures. We have Caribbean, African culture, we have Chinese, and they all have their food. We have Chinese food, African food, we have Caribbean food, Indian food, and this food, they are very good. At least a lot of them. The only thing is that it's not all of them that are very healthy. So we have to be intentional to know the content. And when you're talking about going to restaurants, you are not the one that have cooked the food. So you want to be sure that they're not too greasy and they're healthy for you before you eat it because a lot of them contain a lot of fats, which I will talk to us about later as I'm talking about the tips that I will share later with us. The third one I also quickly want to talk about is the environmental factor, right? We are product of our environment, and our environment influences us a lot when we want to eat. For instance, at work, we see people in the morning, I don't know if you are familiar with this, running errands on the kind of food. People put money together, they want to go and buy food, they want to socialize and sometimes buy food for celebration, maybe send off or Christmas, or sometimes people come with potluck of different kind of food that they have prepared, and we can somehow get influenced by looking at what they eat and get recipe from them, because we also have seen the food somewhere. It's something we want to like also eat. And like I said, some of these food are good. Some we need to know what they contain before we eat them, because we want to avoid flowing into the default. We want to be intentional about what we eat so that we would ensure that they are good food that will nourish our body. And I like the way one of my mentors put it. He said, when you want to eat any food, first ask the food, food, what are you going to do in my body? Are you going to nourish my body, or are you going to destroy my body? When we ask the food that question, we reflect on the impact of the food before we eat it. This is so very important. As Les Brown put it, he said, do not go where the path may lead, but go where there is no path and leave a trail. This is so very true, because I also tell people that you don't have to eat what is passed on to you. You can be a role model by charting a new course, being knowledgeable of what you are eating and the impact of the food on your body. That will help you a lot. I know that a couple of years ago, when I went into lifestyle modification, because I have some different health struggles, and the lifestyle modification really helped me to resolve a lot of those health challenges. The transformation was very obvious, and people were asking me different questions on what I did. I had to do something different from what I knew, what the culture is, the background, the culture, and the environmental factors. Those two factors I had mentioned earlier were not those things that informed my diet choices at that time. I had to begin to do things differently, get a coach coaching me on different things to do, which helped. So you can also chart in your course and be a model to someone. Maybe through your life, somebody can be inspired by the lifestyle changes and modification that has happened to you. The person can also be motivated to begin to make diet choices that can nourish the person's body and help the person to be on the path of healthy living. As I round up today, I want to remind us that this channel is to inspire you to thrive in three key areas: wealth creation, wellness, and well nourished soul. Remember, you don't have to choose between being healthy and wealthy. You can have both as icing on the cake of a well nourished soul. Thank you so much for listening. And I want to encourage you to please share the video with your friend, family, and the people you know can possibly benefit from this episode. Again, my name is Remi Wesley Ogude. I'm your host. Until I come your way next time, take care and bye.